Obviously, a wide array of emotions over the last 48 hours, but, I'm focused on definitely the races last night. Helped both our horses raced very, very well. I was a little frustrated after the race that I didn't move Casanova Hall, but he was a bit of a difficult situation to be in, coming off such poor lines. And although I did have faith in the changes we made, and I did have faith in the horse himself, I just didn't feel it was wise to put him in a bad position and hope for a good outcome. I really thought that I would be able to wiggle my way out through there, and it didn't happen. He jumped charging late and he raced great, but it was a good start for him and a good start for us. We needed it as much as he needed it with the week that we've had. As I said last night, and we had a great week in Ontario, which is always good, but a terrible week on this side of the border for the most part. I know Gorgeous Package won, and Irresistible Sun raced good, and we had horses that raced okay, but those weren't the storylines of the week. And I just want to get through today, turn the page, and start focusing on what's ahead. And Arrowhead Hanover is on front and center of my mind now. Here's a horse that made a break, first break of his life in the final, coming off the gate in the middle of the gate. So really no reason, no excuses. And now we have the rail in a track, and I don't know how the track's playing today, right? It was pretty clear that the track was playing pretty deep and hard on the front enders at the start of the program. It certainly wasn't an issue at the end of the program, where the front end horse dominated both the elimination and the final of the Jugette. What about Burke's horse? I forgot to ask if anybody knew why that horse made a break yesterday.
Hobble hanger broke.
That's what it said. The hobble hanger broke and interfered with the stablemate.
Do you know that in the final of the Pennsylvania Sires, his 2-year-old filly was picked to win and her hobble broke? And then yesterday his trotters run. So
Yes.
both trotters were 3 to 5 in our divisions, and both of them made breaks.
Because the one that the hobble broke
Interfered with his other one.
Yeah.
Dexter Ganning.
My God Almighty! Bad luck can fall on anybody's lap sometimes. So, Arrowhead Hanover today won. How's he going to behave at the gate? If I had it to do over again from the 5-hole, no problem. I have the utmost confidence of getting him off the card. This isn't the 5-hole. This is the rail. So we'll see how that plays out. Rose Run AJ, same thing. How will he bounce back? I was quite frank with everybody. He trained a little bit flat the other day. We changed his shoes for this surface. And now, under scope, there was some mucus found, so we had been treating him. I expect the old Rose Run AJ. No, what I expect is the Rose Run AJ we haven't seen yet to show up. He's had an okay year, but that's following up high expectations for him that just didn't seem to come to fruition. They kind of did, but there was just so many better horses than him out this year. And I say this every year when the horses are training down. Ours look good, but you don't know how other people's look, right? So I want to get through today. I want to get through Arrowhead, Rose Run AJ. Want to watch Tactical Mounds race later on. Really don't care. But I want to start focusing on other things too. We have the Lexington sale coming up. I had a great conversation with a number of people over the last few days regarding the buckets. I'm going to work on those today. Now, I'm driving Jason's horse at 11 a.m., Arrowhead Hanover at 1 p.m., and Rose Run AJ is not until 3:20. So I might actually take my suit off, go over, visit with some people, and just sit down and work on the final touches of what we're trying to do with the buckets in Kentucky. Just a ton of great ideas, and truthfully, they all spawned from Amy's idea, my wife's idea. So that's what's on tap for today. Amy went to the barn today and was working on the babies with everybody there. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that Neptune arrived last night. Neptune and Daniel Cordina's other horse arrived from New Zealand or Australia last night from their quarantine. So a lot of people asking when will they race. I don't think you're going to see Neptune race for a little bit until we see how he gets acclimated, how he trains. Well, after I train him in 225, then I can tell you exactly how far from the track he is. But until we get that training mile into him and that foundation, say, okay, this is how he looks in and after 225, I can extrapolate and tell you just by his cardio and how he looks, how far from the track he is. But generally speaking, the Australia horses usually have a lot of cardio in them. So, that's that. You guys just wouldn't let me have any shares of, that's the last 5 horses you scooped off me. the other New Zealand horse that we bought out of Kentucky, Neptune's, Chevron's Bypass N. She is, we're going to pick all those horses up from Kentucky. Pickpocket's coming out of Kentucky, so is Memory and Imagination for now. We have races for them coming up next week. I think you'll probably see Pickpocket in at Dayton. You'll see Memory and Imagination in at the Meadows. And Chevron's Bypass, I don't know yet. Want to get a look at her also. I spoke to Carter Delgatti. He thought he'd get around a half. Irv wasn't so confident, but they only tried to race her on a 7/8 and a 5/8. So we'll see where we go with her and what her immediate future looks like. We'll get the rest of the horses settled in. Again, some real cool conversations with people about our homebreds that are going to end up going on the site for sale, shares for sale at some point. I'm just trying to finalize the best way to do that. John had a great idea. I'll bounce that off you in the coming days. But for today, get through Jug Day. Get Arrowhead, Hanover, Rose Run, AJ raced. Watch Tactical Mounds. Cheer for James. Obviously, my parents are here. We're all going to cheer for James today. And, try our best to enjoy a good day of racing. Now, also important, we were not hacked. It was not ISIS. It was not China. I think there was an issue with their certificate on the internet. Eric was working on it this morning and late last night. I'm not really sure. It's all French to me, but I suspect the site will be up and operating quite quickly later this morning, I guess. As I said, I don't really have much information. He said he was on it, had a pretty firm grip of what was going on and how it could be fixed. So by the time you see this video, it may already be fixed, but it should be up soon this morning. So that is last night in a nutshell. That is today. That is today in a nutshell, and I will talk to you all very soon. Probably after today into the evening, as we get the chance to see at least the afternoon and early evening races before we get Really Don't Care who's coming up. Just racing Friday, Saturday. So more racing your way today. I will talk to you later on this evening.